Okay, back up here with another game in the round of 128, and I totally forgot to change the thing. It is VOD, Vodka versus eLg El Greco. So, just finish that, and then you can and now all of a sudden that's done. Okay, so, woohoo! More Han! And more Twitch shit, so I have to actually make sure I can move this so that I can see it. Nobody's watching still. Not a huge surprise. So let's be honest, not that many people watch Han, but I still love it. Because I'm not very smart. And I continue to do things over and over again just because I feel comfortable. That's why I played Civilization 5 for like 1,800 fucking hours. I'm sorry, I've had a long week, and therefore I am rambling about random shit, and to be honest, nothing's happened in this game really so far, except for the ban on Chronos. Is that worth talking about? I lean towards no. It's Chronos, powerful hero, suicide option, see him all the time, put an iron shield on him, and he's crazy awesome. Turns games around. Can understand why somebody'd be like, yeah, let's not deal with that. Anyway. Is your pink here? It's a good question. I mean, they're taking 30 full seconds for their first ban, and he can't bang. Okay. And now he's disconnected. So this is off to a good start. Yeah, I don't know. This is the round 128 and the qualifiers for CiC. So I just, like, this is not going to be the best Han, but that's why it's fun. Because people are doing stupid crap, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then you laugh at them, and you're like, Jesus, don't you know better? And then you realize that, yeah, okay, you're better than me, but maybe not smarter. Then you feel stupid because you're like, oh, it doesn't seem to matter that I'm smarter, because maybe you're not even... I don't. Again, I feel that I must plead all week, and rambling and nothing's happening. This is what happens because I almost never have a co-caster, and my buddies will occasionally do it, like twice. It's not a huge interest for him, but this is what happens when you solo cast stuff. You just talk about random crap for a while because essentially your life slowly falls apart. That's enough silence. Tempest, Dr. Repulsor, and Bubbles are the last few bans. Tempest and Elite Jungler being taken out, being prioritized over Ophelia, a little interesting. We talked a little bit about that before with Ophelia not being as reliable, maybe. With the new jungle spawns, you're not so sure you're going to get something that's really valuable to you, and maybe, you know, as a result, you won't be able to have the sort of impact that you would like to. But the Tempest ban over her is still a little interesting, especially considering the relative win rates and typical prioritization of those heroes. Bubbles getting taken out, not a huge surprise there. Not usually first ban, but a versatile hero, very strong, especially in these lower tier games. Just not that difficult to play. And he fits a lot of lineups, he does a lot of stuff really well, so it's not a surprise that they'd want to get rid of that multi-tiered option. Dr. Repulsor is really strange. Definitely a strong hero. A little too weak in the laning phase, needs a little too many items to get going in my opinion. Not really somebody that we should see all too often. Unless you have a lineup that's specifically geared to both help and protect him. In which case he's fine, but it's not like you'd be going after him constantly, so a little interesting that he'd get banned out so early. But the first two picks here are quite strange. Revenant could be the first selection here for the Legion side, and Solstice the first one for Hellborn. Not really heroes that I would pick first overall, but I guess whatever you're into, go for it. Maybe that's just your thing, and you're like, yeah, makes sense, woohoo, let's go for it. But whatever. Revenant's, he's a decent hero. I think he's underrated as a support. I think he can suicide. I'm not sure if he can do it as well as a lot of the heroes that are already in the scene, but he can do it. And maybe if the other options are removed, then he's a solid decision. Whether that really makes sense as a first pick is a little bit more debatable, but okay. Solstice, similar boat. There's better heroes. He's a good one. We've seen him actually picked up a little bit as well. With XG deciding to select him occasionally, not too much, and obviously I don't know, just not really a hero that you're thinking, Oh, he's first pick material, but anyway. Got some more heroes coming out here. In the meantime, Warbeast and Drunken Master are going to be selected. So I would now going to pretty much assume that's going to be, well, it could be a Jungle Warbeast. And you normally assume it's going to be a Suicide Warbeast, and then that would make the Revenant a support hero, but could still be a Jungle Warbeast, could be a Suicide Drunken and a support Revenant. So Legion's side here has an extremely versatile lineup, and I like that quite a bit. It's very strong. And Revenant actually, with the invisibility, should be able to help out both Drunken and Warbeast quite a bit, because as melee heroes they often have initiation issues. Drunken Master a little bit less so because he has the stagger. Warbeast obviously with the ultimate, that helps him as well, but still melee heroes do fairly frequently have some initiation issues just because of their lack of range, and Revenant can help with that with his invisibility. Anyway, let's talk about the Hellborn team for a little bit, because we've been talking about the Legion team for too much. Solstice, not a bad pick. First pick, not so sure. Soul Stealer and Berserker. Greedy. Greedy. So we'll see if this pays off for them. My inclination is to lean no, because that's just not a great decision I would say. Solstice is going to take too much of the jungle early on to prevent it from being stacked. I assume he's going to jungle at least. He might not, you never know, but that's looking like it's going to be the case. And then Berserker, Breaky loves him. I disagree. Not a big fan. He does stupid amounts of single target damage, but he's way too easy to shut down. He doesn't tank all that well. 1 or 2 CC tools, obviously his ultimate helps with that, but he has just some issues, it seems, sometimes chasing heroes down, even with the abilities he has naturally, the Chain Sprite and the Mark for Death, that are expressly made to chase heroes down. It occasionally just feels like it's too easy to run away from him. And then of course you have the issue with all those heroes need a lot of farm to get going. Like, they really depend on items. So the idea that you can be able to farm all of them effectively, Valkyrie, little sketchy in my opinion. Anyway, the bans are out here: Glacius, Swiftblade, and Elonia being removed by the Hellborn team, so very strange, really. I don't know if they have experience playing against these guys, and they're like, oh, they pick those heroes a lot, but I don't know why you ban those. Obviously, getting rid of the supports options in Glacius and Elonia, really, potentially. Elonia probably an underrated support, but could definitely fill that role when your opponent does need at least one support, I think, at this point. Well, maybe not. I mean, you run the Revenant as a support, Warbeast in jungle, you can pick up 2 more farmers. Who knows? Swiftblade, similar boat, but I don't think that you'd be looking for a 3rd melee source of damage. That would be a really bad idea. You've already got Warbeast who fulfills that I don't have a stun, I don't have a slow, I just output damage type role. And putting Swiftblade on top of that, I think, would make it so they would really lack lockdown, and that would be a pretty serious issue. So I'm not a really big fan of the bans here from the Legions. Oh! Legion's banning. Okay, see, now that makes more sense, because they banned that so that the Hellborn team can't pick that up. Still not a fan. Swiftblade wouldn't fit well with the Hellborn for the same reason. They need stuns, and they need lockdown. They don't need damage, and they don't need too many more farmers. Glacius and Elonia would fit that. They do need support. Anyway, Predator and Witchslayer and Lodestone being removed by the Hellborn side. Obviously, one really initiator / support, and a couple of farmers. Predator being the most obvious. I wouldn't think Predator would fit in this lineup. Once again, Legion, melee. They don't need another melee hero, and what a surprise they don't go for one. Puppet Master and M4 are the last 2 picks, so I do like that. Presumably, M4 will be in that middle lane with Drunken Master, and probably going to be... well, we'll see. They can do some stuff with this, because like I said, I don't know if the Jungle Warbeast is going to happen, or if it's going to be the Suicide Warbeast. Really could be either one, and that gives them some staying power, really. You know, gives them some options, so I like that. Hellborn, a little more predictable. Almost certainly going to see that Solstice in the jungle. We'll probably see Solstice there in the short lane with Myrmidon, middle lane Berserker, and Suicide Valkyrie, so I appreciate that. I like that, because I think Suicide Valk has a lot of potential. I like Valk in general. Valkyrie and Polywog Priest are 2 heroes that I think just do not get used nearly often enough, and it's going to be odd. Okay, so also they're mid. Yeah, this is better. Sorry, I know the things I was saying were just stupid. Solstice mid on his own, not bad. And then the bot lane, we're going to have Berserker and Myrmidon, and in top we're going to have Valkyrie on her own. Yeah, I like this. I like this better. So forget the crap I said. That was stupid. But anyway, this is going to be a Suicide Revenant. Big fan. We'll see how that works out. And I think it'll be just fine, especially because it's going to be up against the solo Valkyrie on top of the jungle Solstice. Are they gonna try to kill the courier? Oh. You can do that. If they forget to bring the courier back into the well here, it just leaves, it just sits outside. You can actually send the Hellhounds in and kill the courier right off the bat. It's pretty funny. Anyway, so we'll see how this bottom lane does. Obviously, single target abilities are a little more prevalent on the Hellborn side, considering they have both the Carp and the Chain Spike. They've got two in the form of the Puppet Show and the Puppeteer's Hold for the Legion side, but it's obviously coming from the same hero, perhaps a little less reliable. You know, if one hero gets locked down, if that Puppet Master, gets locked down, can't throw out either one. And Nymphora's stun, definitely a skill shot, but so is Myrmidon's Weed Field, so perhaps a little even there. In terms of total CC, it does go in favor of nobody, actually. They both have 3. Although Carp's really not that powerful, so maybe you call that 1. Because you really only hit the Weed Field or the Carp, you almost never hit both. But this bottom lane almost certainly going to be where most of the action is, and no doubt here the Warbeast in the jungle should have a pretty decent time. Drunken Master versus Soul Stealer in middle could be an issue for Drunken, because once Soul Stealer starts to build up those souls, he is going to put a lot of harass damage onto this Drunken Master. And good luck to you here, Silver Bullet, because you're going to need it. Up top, Revenant versus Valkyrie. You lean toward the Valkyrie just because she has the short lane. She's got a fair bit of regen as well. 3 tangos, now 2, and a health pot, but Revenant rocking all sorts of stuff. 2 mana pots, 4 more Tree Eaters, and a health potion, so he should be able to put some harass down. But he's taking a lot of it himself. Nonetheless, should have a pretty decent CS time up here, and is at 220 gold per minute in the early going compared to 160 from Valkyrie, so should be a relatively even lane here. It's going to be difficult for really either of these heroes to kill the other, just because of the Leap and the Essence Shroud, I think it's called. Yeah. So I don't expect to see too much action up there. Bottom lane, I do expect a lot. Puppeteer's Hold down there on top of the Zeal Stun. We'll see if anything else happens. Chain Spike goes down onto Nymphora. Gonna be a little careful here, Berserker. You're taking a bunch of damage. And both of the Hellborn heroes very low here, going to prove extremely advantageous for the Legion side. Both Puppet and Nymphora, they should be able to grab a kill here. Puppet can get a hold onto somebody. Perhaps waiting until he has both of his skills, which is going to be in maybe 20 more mana. Should need about 240. And once he hits that, I suspect they'll go for a kill. 2-minute rune already dealt with. It's a haste up top. And Nymphora has grabbed the refreshment middle. Or bottom, excuse me. So Zerker staying on top of his own ward here. Myrmidon behind the tower, healing up. And Berserker will get chased out a little bit here, but it's Nymphora. Middle lane, meanwhile, lots of trouble as Soul Stealer drops to Drunken Master, so I have no idea why Soul Stealer let himself get that low. He should just be sitting back and harassing this Drunken, not really putting himself in position to be gone on, but apparently that's what happened. And as a result, 405 gold per minute here for this Drunken Master. Up top, in fact, Wicked Sick on that Valkyrie dies. That's a little surprising. Leap goes off, but not nearly enough as the Defile that is down there, and the slow is enough to grab the Suicide Revenant to kill. So, Suicide Revenant, it's a thing. I'm not crazy. Well, yes, but apparently not about that. Jump back in on for Drunken, just doing way too much damage to the Soul Stealer. The boots are a serious issue. Soul Stealer not having any, and obviously Drunken Master having his. Plus the stagger just gives him too much ability to initiate on the Soul Stealer. And 19-7 for Drunken compared to a Soul Stealer, just 6-2, so I think this is just a case of Soul Stealer's getting outplayed. Because he should probably win this lane. Once the souls build up, he should just be able to right-click Drunken Master out of this lane, and he cannot because he's not getting the CS. It's a pretty big issue. Bottom lane, Puppet doing pretty well, 305 gold per minute, 21 and 4 compared to Berserker at just 99 GPM, 3-0. So I like the laning decisions here from the Hellborn side. I think they laned this about as well as they could. The issue is just the picks. Weird. They're looking for nothing? Yeah. Surprised. Usually you could get the hold down and probably would have been a kill on Berserker if they had managed to get the Puppeteer's hold or the Puppet Show. Preferably the Puppet Show, obviously. Stop the Chain Spike. Top lane Wicked CiC dies once again. As they go out at 1v1, trying to get the kill. Last auto attack is there for Revenant, though. He's in some trouble as Solstice is on him. You gonna live? Nope. There's the stun. So, GTFO dies up top, but still having a really nice time. Wheatfield on bottom. Chain Spike goes down as well, but the Enforced Zeal hits on both ends. Excellently placed by Nymph, and that's a pretty easy kill. Let's see if they can actually do anything here. Get the courier. There it is. Nicely done. Wheatfield will hit Puppet Master, but run away, Nymphora. So, fun courier pickoff there for the Legion side. Arrow coming in, not gonna hit. So, Valkyrie looking for something here that she will not find. Interesting that she didn't decide to keep going for that. Puppet has no health, but okay. Obviously not in the greatest position in a 2v1, but I mean, Puppet had 2 auto attacks and he was dead. Not really the time for me, and in my opinion, leaving was difficult to have that turned around on Valk, really. Especially if she's still able to leap up. So they're going to switch this up here and I guess send the Suicide Valk bottom. No? Mark for death here on Puppet Master, so he's going to be running down. Solstice getting picked off mid. As Drunken's just diving him. No escape mechanism, no slow, no stun. Chain Spike goes down there, but this is not going to result in a kill. Puppet Show goes down on Berserkers, actually could be in some trouble here. Zeal stun is up as well. There's the Puppeteer's hold. And Zerker, what are you going to do here? Mark for death goes down. Zeal stun will hit on both sides. A couple more auto attacks, and that's going to be enough. One more. There it is. I mean, that was just a straight up stupid dive. So I don't know if Hellborn are just frustrated and they feel like things aren't going their way and they're going to start playing like idiots, but that'd be a little unfortunate. Like I've said before, though, this is 128, so this is not really the round where people are taking this super seriously yet. A lot of teams that are just sort of in it for the lulls. While I'm missing everything. As Solstice drops middle once again, Lunge goes down, and that's going to be it for him. Easy kill for Drunken, as he's now 3-0 at 450 gold per minute, and the Legion side is just kind of running away from it with that. I mean, Revenant's been up here, he's had free farm now for about a minute and a half, maybe 2. Valkyrie's level 6, Jesus Christ. I'm having a crappy game with this. Haystrom gets picked up, and oh boy, Myrmidon, there's no way you're going to get out of that. Zerker puts the Mark for Death on Mr. Drunken Master, but not going to do anything about it, obviously, just does not have the ability to do it. And Valkyrie at this point is in her short lane and has to be afraid of the Suicide Revenant. Because Rev's at 300 gold per minute, and Valkyrie's at 160. Solstice is the only hero in the game that is breaking 200 GPM for the Hellborn side. Really hasn't done anything. Obviously just sitting in the jungle this entire time and not even ganking. Up top, Valkyrie and Revenant going at it. She will leap away and be totally fine. This Revenant elects not to chase, preferring to just stay on the wave and take his CS. Noticeable that Warbeast isn't really doing very well. Doing about the same as Solstice, but obviously hasn't ganked either. Warbeast's not really a hero that jungles and ganks. It's really just more, I'm going to sit in the woods and farm for a while. I'm not really adept at ganking until I hit 6 at the earliest. Although without the lockdown on the Legion side in this bottom lane, it's possible he could be useful before then. So Myrmidon just kind of sitting down here with no vision. Warbeast getting found by Berserker, but Drunken Master's like, alright, now I know which one's real because it's the only one that's really alive, and you're in some trouble. He will die. Meanwhile, on bottom lane, there's another kill. On Myrmidon, Wheatfield hits nothing, Zeal Stun only hits on one end, it doesn't matter, the puppet shows up, and that's going to be it. Legendary, legendary, legendary. Sorry. Apparently not having a great game with the camera. Leap back up from top on Valkyrie. Solstice looking for a gank here onto Revenant. Not going to find it as he's just deciding to leave. Seems to be a good play. I guess the Sixth Sense is playing in to whatever his decisions are. Bulwark gets picked up here for Drunken Master as the items are starting to accumulate for their team. Obviously, the Alchemist Bones were picked up earlier by Puppet Master, and now Mr. Drunken Master has the phase boost as well as Soulstealer just getting jumped by Revenant. It's like I don't want to wait around. I'd rather just attack you now. Soulstealer here in some trouble, buddy. Drunken is phased up, looking for somebody. There he is. And he's going to try to pour it out here. Might actually work. Solstice coming in. Nope. Solstice is going to try to turn this around. It's not going to happen now. He gets lunged, and he's in a lot of trouble. Bottom of the lane. Meanwhile, Berserker's going to run away. Myrmidon obviously died earlier, so let's go back and like that. Weedfield hits nothing. And Zealstun hits on both ends. One more auto attack. There goes Myrmidon. And they're going to try to get the body blocks here on Berserker. It's not going to happen. So he's just going to leave. And that's going to be the end of that. Another 3 kills coming out here for the Legion side, and they're up 13 to 1, 10k gold, really 11k gold, 9.5k experience, and I think they got to be eyeing that 15-minute mark as yeah, this game's done. So, GPM charts here, 480 gold per minute for Drunken, 440 for Puppet, 320 for Revenant, obviously all above everybody in the Hellborn side, including their main farmers, and it's just nobody on Hellborn is having even sort of a decent game. 220 gold per minute for the short lane Valkyrie is really just not even, that's not okay. Like, you can't expect to do that sort of thing and win games, it's not going to happen. Drunken Master going to find Solstice here. They're just to go in, but the Puppeteer's ult is down on Berserker. He's going to be the target of choice. Weedfield will hit Drunken Master. He'll also get hit by the arrow and the ultimate from Solstice, so Drunken's going to fall here as somebody finally dies from the Legion side. Solstice going to try to chase down Puppet Master. That's not going to be anything. And the rest of the Legion side, it looks like we'll back up. They're getting some TP support here. It's Drunken Master who has bought back, and Zealstun will actually miss, but Drunken can jump in on anybody here. Puppeteer's hold on top of the lunge, and Valk's in some trouble here. Weedfield goes down. They're looking to counter the leap, and that's still going to happen as the last auto attack goes out from Nymphora. Put the Puppeteer's hold and the ultimate on the Solstice. Nice, easy kill there. So the buyback from Drunken Master, and that's another couple of kills. Solid buyback there. As the Legion continue their momentum, bit of a bump as Drunken Master's domination streak gets ended, but they respond to it very strongly with 3 kills. And just basically saying, like, there's nothing you're going to do here. Puppeteer's hold goes down onto the Berserker. Actually, puts the chain spike down, and Puppet is in some trouble here. The Puppet shows well enough, and that last whip to the last auto attack is plenty, so that's the sort of thing that tells you this game is over. I mean, Berserker was basically at full health, and Puppet went in on him with like a quarter of his health and killed him pretty easily. Solstice down here looking for something perhaps, but both top and mid towers go down in the meantime. And, I mean, 16.5k gold, 13k experience. Not sure where the road back is here for the Hellborn team. I'm not sure if there is one. Solstice going to be in a lot of trouble. Drunken going to jump in on him. Such a long stun. And you're just dead. Like, there's nothing you can do about that.
Nemesis.
Solstice going to come down here onto Drunken. It's not going to make a huge difference. He's actually going to try to turn this around. And Drunken's going to be in some trouble. And we're not going to land the Weedfield here on top of Drunken Master. Plus the Magic Harp. Puts the Unbreakable on top of it. Not the Unbreakable, the Untouchable, excuse me. And that's going to be enough for him to run away. Kind of funny to use that after all the spells were been down. I guess he prevented Solstice's charge, but that probably wouldn't have killed him.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
It's the third first tier tower for the Hellborn goes down. And Puppet has exceeded Drunken in GPM for the first time in a while. Berserker, you're in trouble, buddy. Chain Spike goes down. Try to survive. It's not going to happen.
Massacre!
And it's just... yeah. You're right, Ms. Pudding. You're right. It's a matter. Boy, Soul Stealer with the pro demon hands right there. Revenant is off to the side. He's not invis. Arrow actually will hit on the Puppet Master here, plus the Soul's Discharge. We'll see if they can actually do anything about this. Puppet Master's going to drop here. Revenant looked to pick up some kills. There's 4 heroes here. That might have been a mistake. He will get the kill on Valkyrie, but pays for it. And 4-0 won't hit anything. And that's a 2-for-1 in favor of the Hellborn, so really a bad initiation. But Drunken's like, alright, cleanup time. You're dead. Obviously can't put the Carp down because the Untouchable's going off. Looking for the second kill onto Myrmidon or Solstice. Really, either will do. Has that shield breaker, so he's just doing so much damage. Stun back right here onto Solstice, and he should be dead. See if this wheel field down will be successful, but it's just not nearly enough. So Drunken Master says, alright, you killed a couple of my friends, but that's completely fine. You use all these spells, and that's going to result in you dying a whole bunch.
The Legion have destroyed
Second tower kill in this
tower.
bottom lane for the Legion side, as the breastplate has been... no, probably it's just still a bulwark. Sorry, I thought I saw the aura for the breastplate. I did not. It's the shield breaker. I was like, wait, he was really farmed. He was pretty farmed, but not that farmed. Arrow going to hit absolutely nothing, as it really wasn't the greatest arrow. DM continues to upgrade that shield breaker, and should have level 3 relatively soon. Nearly halfway there. So still, you cannot get that close. DM gonna die here, but that's still just that's too funny. Falcon to try to chase here. Warbeast is finally gonna join the party. He's gonna take a stun here from Solstice when he gets. Actually, nope. Let's see how deep they can get, because they're obviously both running at haste speed here. So yeah, Solstice shoots ready to charge. As Warbeast feeling like I might as well run away here. Nym4 off to the side, gonna run down the bottom lane, and should be okay. Puppeteer Soul goes on to Soul Stealer. Ultimate getting charged up here from Solstice, and that's gonna be going up really well. So they trade Soul Stealer for Warbeast right here. That's a pretty solid trade, actually. And Puppet's Master might be the next to go down. He's gonna be in a bit of trouble. No Chain Spike available from Berserker because he does not have the mana. But obviously the Mark for Death is helping chase him down. And they just don't have any damage. Mark for Death goes down there. Oh god, the arrow. Eaten by the creep, and Puppet's just gonna run away. And now he's gonna try to turn this around. Nope. Okay. And 4 is like, I'm gonna kill you, Valkyrie. Nice stun. Almost picks off the Valk. Solstice now running away. I mean, like, this is the point we're at. Nymphora is more farmed than anybody else. And she's gonna try to port somewhere. We'll be looking to take on this Valkyrie, and well done. Oh, no. No, no! Oh, wow. Oh, that's painful. That hurts. I feel you, Nymphora. But, Revenant, hello.
Someone likes to get spanked.
How many times can you avoid the gank, man? Apparently not that many. Solstice in some trouble here. Carp goes down there. Weedfield is not getting hit, though. And Myrmidon waveforms forward. Not a good idea, buddy. You're not going to win this fight.
Hot streak. Triple kill.
Revenant could be in some trouble here with a Mark for Death, but he's just going to put man up here. And, oh god.
What a
Oh my god.
kill.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god, Soul Stealer! Oh, he stole the Annihilation.
Nemesis.
Massacre! Genocide!
Okay. So remember before when I was talking about how we can laugh at them for being bad? Like, I'm sorry, but Soul Stealer, this is not... I don't know if they're just not having a good game, man, or what, but this has not been your day. Just has not looked good for you. CC Buck goes down, and hopefully that'll go through. Arrow hits on a creep, because why not? At this point, doesn't even matter. That might have been a kill on Drunken Master, but they're just basically like, whatever. They're gonna jump on Valkyrie here, and it's basically like two-shotting people at this point. Level 3 Shield Breaker, looking for the breastplate, presumably next. Mark for Death is on DM, but he just doesn't care. And why would he? He's a beast. 515, 530 gold per minute. Chain Spike's down, but like, why? Again. Woohoo, you're putting a little bit of damage onto him. You're not going to do anything to this Drunken right now. Like, you're going to need literally your entire team to kill him. Or at least 4. And you're going to have to hit all your spells, and that's been a problem. So, yeah, I do kind of wonder here, with a team that's perhaps not as advanced and not as adept, the amount of skill shots that are here, with the Soul Stealer hands and the arrow and the Weed Field from Magikarp, like maybe you should pick some heroes that have targeted spells. Just a thought. And by the way, like, I don't say any of this stuff is like, I'm a pro and you suck and this is how to win Han. I'm not really that good at this game. I'm really not. I've been playing it for a really long time. I've been playing Dota for a really long time. But, like, I mean, Jesus, like 7 or 8 years now. I've been playing Dota and Han, but Solstice's gonna die here. And there goes a Weed Field onto 2, actually, so well done there. Revenant's in a little bit of trouble, but Puppet Show Ultimate goes on top of him there. Revenant didn't be able to take the death here thanks to Solstice coming in. This is still a 3 for 1. And now it's a 4 for 1, 4 for 2, in fact, he's in 4 falls as well, but Valkyrie's gonna pay for that as a Puppet Show helps finish her off. And that's gonna be a genocide.
Genocide.
I just said that. Will you let me finish, Miss Pudding? Come on. Just said that. Solstice and Valkyrie both buy back. They're gonna try to take on this DM. And he's going to run away. Nice arrow, except for the shrunken head, and that's going to be able to allow Puppet to probably turn this around. He has a Whispering Helm, so they basically can't do anything about it. And Puppet will just run away. So, 2 buybacks there, accomplishing nothing except for a shrunken head use, and I guess they got him out of the base, and otherwise might have been a dead tower, but... obviously, not really what you want to accomplish with buyback uses. But as I was saying before, I'm not saying these things because I'm like a giant pro or something like that, and I know better than these people, but that is what occurs to me, so yeah, whatever. Take it or leave it. Soul Stealer here, just... he is sad. He is a sad person. 72 GPM for Berserker, 78 GPM for Soul Stealer. I mean... what's the thing for... oh, other people died. Myrmidon. Oh god, and then 4-4 with 3 people. That's just mean. Warby's not going to try to chase on Valkyrie, obviously she has a leap, so that's probably not going to work out too well for him. And there goes the Chain Spike on top of a bunch of stuns. We'll see if he can survive this. He should be able to. Solstice missing a hand once again. Ultimate coming down from Solstice, but he's only going to be able to hit the Revenant there. And Drunken Master chasing people in the base. Easy kill on Soul Stealer, excuse me. Valkyrie and Solstice trying to chase him down. Not going to happen, as he's just going to run away. Arrow! Dodged! Sidestep King. Anyway. Mid-tower being heavily pressured, obviously, as if that needed to be said. Our heroes here from Legion's side, and Solstice being a little annoying with that Eliminate. Is that what it's called? I don't even remember. Hey, it is. Oh my god, that arrow! How do you... I literally can't even describe what's happening, because Drunken Master almost one-shot Myrmidon. Okay, he just 2-shot Berserker. Like, how are these CC boats not going through? Who in your right mind would want to play this game? That Valk arrow too. Threw it right in his face and it didn't hit anything.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn
Oh god,
tower.
leap. Nice disjoint. Lunge. Rax are now in trouble. His Puppet doesn't even care about the Illuminate anymore. I'm just like, I'm gonna sit in this thing and kill some creeps. The top Warbeast pushing by himself. In a little bit of trouble as Solstice is jumping in, but he's just gonna ult and run away because he can do that sort of thing. This reaction will allow the bottom Rax to get taken out.
A Hellborn barracks has been destroyed.
Drunken gonna jump here. Soul Stealer just one shot. Weed Field hits nothing. Ultimate from Solstice hits possibly nothing as well. Puppet Master in a lot of trouble here. He will die. Then 4 Zeal going on to 2. We'll be able to help finish off Berserker as well as Solstice.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
And Valkyrie's invisible thanks to her ultimate. It's not gonna do too much, but whatever. Top tower obviously died from War Beast. Is a strong pushing hero here. Allows him to just wreck that. I will say, out of all the heroes in the Legion side that have done very well, and 4 of them have, War Beast is the guy that's perhaps the exception to that. Really didn't have a great job, do a great job in the jungle, and Revenant can be able to kill Valkyrie super easily. The Hellflower obviously stopping the leap. Not a bad choice there whatsoever at all. Chain Spike on top of the Mark for Death, but now Berserker's going to die, so that wasn't a great decision.
Double tap.
Yeah, anyway, it sort of feels like War Beast hasn't had the greatest impact here. Didn't have a great time in the jungle, and sort of rode his team to victory. But that's fine.
Hellborn Barracks has been destroyed.
I'm just the king of shitting on people right now, I guess. I mean, Drunken, let's think way more positive here. Drunken had a great game. Like, Drunken pretty much won this game for his team. Puppet Master and M4 did very well bottom as well, but and Revenant won his suicide lane, which is obviously fantastic. That's, you know, whenever you can win a suicide lane, that almost never happens. But I think out of all the heroes or all the players in this game, Drunken's the guy that you're like, you know, that's what really made the game for him. I mean, he destroyed Social Liminal lane. God.
The Legion have destroyed the Hellborn Tower.
It's just mean. Solstice ultimate gonna be stopped by the Puppet Show, and his Puppet's like, stop it. And Shrunken Head goes off there, so he's not gonna be taking more damage. Solstice is gonna get easily killed. And a Puppet ultimate going down there will be able to finish off the Valkyrie. And there it is, finally. A CC vote goes through, and they're just died the well here now, get a couple of kills, and everybody can live except for the Puppet Master. So, GG well played to the Legion side. Just another example of getting completely outclassed. You know, they won lanes they shouldn't have won, and I think the draft for the Hellborn side was perhaps a little lacking as well. But no matter what, this was a decent enough game, I guess. For a round of 128, 125 minutes is not bad. And I think that'll probably do it for me tonight, as I gotta get up earlier tomorrow. And if you're not watching this live, which you aren't because nobody is, you don't care because this will be a VOD. So, well played, Legion.